Okay, welcome back, guys. Here we are with episode 2 of Thriving or Surviving a Life in Spain. I'm back with Rob and Karen, and we're going to continue having a nice chat to introduce you guys to what a life in Spain might hold for you. So straight in, is it a good place to be if you maybe are living over here on your own?
Look, we've got a neighbour, not just a neighbour, a good friend who's on her own. She goes line dancing. She's at the gym. There are classes, yoga classes that are free through the town hall, I believe. There's lots going on.
Sorry, I'm smiling because I've never tried the downward dog. Has anyone tried the downward dog? Feel free to comment below because I haven't, but it might be good for you, I'm not sure.
Typical thing via Facebook, there's loads of groups. On a Monday morning you can go on the French bowls at Petanque.
Yeah. Monday morning opposite the old Aroma.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
league.
but what you're forgetting, which is really important to most people, is ladies doing lunch. And it's not monthly, it's weekly. and that is amazing. And
how many ladies in your ladies' lunch group then? I don't know.
7.
Obviously. 7.
7.
And it's a weekly event.
And they're all within the neighbourhood, and obviously Lisa's one of them and stuff. Yeah, and it's really good. I really quite look forward to it, and maybe it should be twice a week.
I'm wondering, sorry guys, if you're out there salivating as we slurp this wonderful wine, try our tapas, and we're also going to introduce a cheese of the week as well. But so apologies that we're all enjoying ourselves immensely. So fundamentally, it's not a problem if you're out here. We get loads of people long periods of time on their own, but really, it's not really a problem. It's safe, it's secure, there's things going on, people involve you, you know, as much as you want to, I suppose.
Yeah, it's very safe. You've walked into town through the orange groves, you know, and it's a beautiful setting. It's very, very safe. In a word, if you're on your own, it's as much or as little as you want to involve yourself in the community.
Yeah. That's all we can ask, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I know you're going to probably throw something at me, but what do you guys do with yourselves all day? You know, now that you're kind of retired, living a life of leisure, it's an easy life, is it?
No,
Do you get bored?
As they used to say, Richard, go to Spain, put your feet up and retire. After 6 months, we've yet to do that because obviously we are busy getting the villa as we want it to, and we sometimes have to turn down invitations because we are busy, but then you've got to think to yourself, what did we come for here initially? And you've got to put the paintbrush down and you've got to go and do the socialising and everything else. So we walkers, we cycle, and as Rob's just said, there's so much to do here. The gym, the yoga, if that's what you want to do, there's walking groups, there's more than you think there is, an awful lot more than you think there is. So when people turn in and say, do you not get bored, do you not do that? I've got time to get bored. There isn't enough hours in a day, seriously, for me to be able to.
We've got to set the alarm clock in the morning to get up and actually do what we need to do. Yeah.
But I think you did say to me, you know, when you first arrived here, and then you went out on the Monday, and it was kind of the half-day closing that you used to have in the UK. Yeah. In Arboleas, it's a Monday, so virtually every single bar and cafe is closed. You think, hang on, I've arrived in a ghost town. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, and we had a good look round, and we did lots and lots of research of this area, and we probably picked the worst day. And I did turn around to you, and say that there's just not enough here for me. And we've been here nearly 6 months now, and there is more than enough, absolutely more than enough. But all the little bars and stuff that you can walk to.
The days whiz by.
They do whiz by, and like Rob said, we have to set the alarm to get up because we, at the moment, have got so much to do.
Yeah, we had a funny thing. Our daughter said, great, we'd moved into the house. She said, I'm coming over 4 weeks later.
Yeah.
So we've got the place obviously on its head, and she said, is it anything like Marbella? And we said it's nothing like Marbella, but that's the attraction.
But the good thing about that
is it like Marbella? Jump in the pool if you got it.
But the most fantastic thing about it was she came and she brought the 2 grandchildren, one 5, one nearly 13. And we took them to Oaxaca, we took them to San Juan, we took them to Garucha. Unfortunately, the water park was closed, but there's the go-karts. But you know, they absolutely love just being in the pool and going to the beach and snorkeling and everything else. And they stopped for 12 days. So to say that she thought at first, and you'll laugh at this, Pablo's bar.
Yes.
Which is sometimes where they don't...
Spit and sawdust, sports bar,
Yeah.
darts team, you know,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Yeah.
And my daughter walked in there, and as she's come from the UK, she's got all the false eyelashes and everything else and everything.
Excellent.
And she just walked into the bar on her own and asked them for a wine, and they said, a beer, and she said no beer. So the wrong way around. She asked for a wine, and they all looked at her because it was full of men, and they said no wine. So she said, right, I'll have a beer. And she sat outside. She felt comfortable enough to sit outside with a pint of beer on her own in Pablo's.
Wonderful. It's probably her favourite now, school dinners.
No, she went quite a few times.
So I think I preempted this, but and no one's answered the opposite. But so a move to Arboleas, the right thing or not?
Absolutely.
Just a yes or no. We don't need a yeah.
Absolutely, yes. Definitely.
Okay. And it's totally sideswerving now. What's I'm sorry to put you on the spot. What would you say is your biggest cost of living? You know, since you arrived here, is it keeping the pool? Is it the electric? Whatever. What's your biggest cost of living?
Look, everything's cheaper than the UK. We've obviously got what's called a non-lucrative visa, which allows us to come here but not work. And I suppose the healthcare is the most expensive, but it's nowhere near as dear as what you'd pay in the UK, and you get top treatment, you know, prompt treatment. But the electric, we're quite lucky. We've got solar panels.
Yeah. You've got the EcoCorp solar system, haven't you, in here?
Exactly. So we pay a standing charge and no electricity bills, and it works out a reasonable investment, because unlike the UK where the sun doesn't shine, if you've got solar panels, here 300 days a year you've got sunshine.
Yes.
And obviously we're giving back to the grid. We get paid for that electricity, so that sort of nullifies our electricity bills. So the food shop, it's far less than the UK, and the good old wine. Yeah. I think this is.
Richard, don't do the big reveal.
I'll let you tell the guys how much that costs.
So, Rob nearly did it out of the bag, but basically this week's wine of the week, and I've always emailed people and said, come on, give us your favourite wine and we'll sample it. These guys, we haven't got one, so we'll leave it to you. So I went down to a wonderful supermarket that's behind Lidl's in Albox. It's bright orange, it's called Marlena, and I paid the grand sum of €1.15.
And it's amazing.
It's a white wine, not a carver this time, and it's called El Sotillo. It's made with love and care. It's a product of Spain. It's 11% volume, and guys,
really good.
Yeah.
This is coming to the end now of our second bottle. You know, with the aid of research, but very, and we've all said we're not wine buffs as always, and very drinkable. It's certainly not paint stripper. €1.15. We broke the bank this week, but there we go. This 50% of the cost of the carver so far. Right. Good. Have you been watching anything fantastic on the telly lately?
Yes, I think everybody will agree. We have, even in Spain, been watching Happy Valley.
Oh,
but like you said, Richard.
Riveting. Yeah.
Riveting, yes. But we find that at this time of the year, the winter is nowhere near as what it is in the UK. We don't watch that much TV anyway because we're outdoor people, because Spain allows you to be outdoor. So it's just a small amount of time that you're in watching TV, aren't you? Very little.
Just the Burnley game tonight.
Yeah.
Watford, come on, against Watford, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do we know what the score? No, because we don't. So we'll have to wait and see. And I've got an ambassador from Burnley Football Club coming this weekend, the wonderful Jordan North.
Right. Yes, we've met his family.
He's arriving for a holiday, a little short break. Sorry, guys, but by the time this goes to air, it'll have long gone. Yeah. That's the way it goes. Yeah. So. Right, we've been watching Happy Valley. I must have said there's everything about it apart from happy, but I can't. What a cast, absolutely superb. So see, that shows we can watch UK TV shows over here, whether it's via Fire Stick or Android, wherever we do it, but we do it.
Whatsoever.
What would you say has been your funniest moment? I know it's a hard one since you've arrived in Spain. Funniest moment.
The funniest moment is when we we moved in here and did so much work, and then it was Rob's 60th, and we have the motorhome outside, and we decided we needed a break because we'd done so much work on the house, and we decided to go to Javier, Benicassim and Benidorm for 2 weeks. So we did that. So we got
with the rig. Yeah, these guys have got a great big motorhome parked outside, very jealous. And yes, you can bring a motorhome to Arboleas. Yes, you can find room to park it. Just sorry to interrupt, but
no,
carry on.
Yeah, the difference is that we look for a house that basically we look for a drive and not the house the other way around, and we got what we wanted anyway, and we've been able to do that. So we were all ready for going, and we're all packed up, and then Rob said to me, have you got the book? And it's an Axie book which you need for to go on sites. And I'd closed the front door, not realising that the keys were in the back.
How was that funny?
And the
I thought it was funny. Sorry. Yeah, it was that
and
funny.
we knew that every single, because we were going, we shut all the shutters, all the doors, and there were no way in a million years that we were going to be able to get in. But we had everything that we needed, so we looked at ourselves and thought, well, we can't do anything about it now. Let's set off. We have the food, we have the money, we have the passports, everything. Let's set off and go and do our 2 weeks.
Rock and roll. Here we go.
Cutting it shortly, we did the 2 weeks, came back, and just before we came back, we rung up, and he were absolutely fantastic, a locksmith, just literally within sort of 10 minutes there, and he was on his way. But I was that fed up that I kicked the door, the keys fell out the back, and we had a spare key, and we got it in straight away, so yeah.
Like Rob, how was that funny? Sorry, what's your point?
No,
Sorry about that. So, where's your? You know, I know you travel around and you go back to the UK like we do from time to time. Come back to Spain. Where's your go-to place? Where's the first place you head when you get back to Spain?
The beach.
The beach.
Beaches.
Which beach?
Well, there's quite a few. Don't get me wrong, all the beaches, as you just said, are on our doorstep.
Yeah, you've got San Juan, Vera, Moaco Pueblo. There's a beautiful beach at Garucha. There's a big port there, big marina. The coast. But the benefit is you come inland, you get more property for your buck. But it's only 30 minutes away, Richard, yeah. So the beaches are absolutely stunning. Bars and restaurants. So if you want the bright lights, go to the beach, but come back home like we would do in the UK. We lived about 50 minutes away from the coast, you know. So if you want a bit of the seaside, go and get it. But you can come back to your own.
It's
home.
right. It's what I love. It's the ability. The beach is always
Exactly.
busier. There's lots more life going on down there. But you could go down there in 25 minutes to Vera, 30 minutes maybe to Mahaka. But the nicest thing for me is I leave it behind and come back to the peace and quiet. So if you want your buzz, if you want your whatever.
But also another good thing is that because it's that close, it's that beautiful, and it's that cheap.
Yeah.
For a weekend, we like the Moaco Pueblo. It's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, I love
And
Pueblo,
we looked into some of the prices, and it's so cheap. So we just think to ourselves, we're going to drive down, not use the motorhome, just drive down in the car and stop there for the weekend.
Yeah, we do the same.
And
you know, you can get a 2-star hotel, which is beautiful, €49 a night off bloody season in the Pueblo. That what's it, Oliver, which is a French-owned one, co-English French.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful place. They charge about €49 a night.
Absolutely,
So you can go down there, meet some friends, have a good drink, stay overnight, and then drive back the next morning when you, well, say next morning, next afternoon.
We met some motorhome people, some motorhome friends, didn't we? And they actually live in Moaco, and they were doing lots and lots of motorhoming, and we've actually met up with them since we've been here in Moaco because they live in Moaco.
Oh, hang on, I'm not getting into these motors. It's like the Masons, isn't it? Motorhome owners, they've got a special handshake. I don't know what it is when they're not looking for their keys. I don't know what happens. Right. A new feature. Cheese of the week, queso of the week. So this week I've gone for this one called García Vaquero. Again, I got it from the same supermarket, Marlena, where I got the wine. Very unusual cheeses because it's a kind of semi-smoked cheese, I suppose. But it's a combination. There's some goat's milk, sheep's milk, and cow's milk, and it's a 12-year-old reserve. I don't know what you think, but I think it's absolutely amazing.
You could eat this with anything.
There's the packet, guys. It's a silver award winner in the Cheese Awards, and it's intense, made with rich nuances and lots of care and attention by artisans. Are you
And the
getting
good thing
that
about it
feeling?
is it goes extremely well with this wine.
Sod the artisans, it's just a really nice cheese. Well, I thought we'd have a little nibble, but we've managed to do the whole packet between the three of us. So that's our cheese of the week. Garcia Boquero, a 12-year-old reserve, the Grand Sum of €3 from the supermarket Marlena, the big orange one on the way to
Really
Albox. On the subject of the cheeses, have you found a favourite place to eat since you've arrived in Arboleas? It doesn't have to be in Arboleas. Have you found somewhere nice to eat?
Yeah, you can get down to the coast, like you said, Richard, 35 minutes. There's a great Indian restaurant right on the front there.
Really authentic as well.
Yeah, no need to book. Just get in there, lovely food. But you're spoilt for choice. There's all out on the front. This is a Spanish.
Oh yeah, Chiringuito Beach Bar, beautiful there.
Chiringuito. You can get in there. Sardines at St. Juan. There's a couple of restaurants right on the beach at St. Juan.
And
They've got the massive barbecue going with the sardines and the fresh fish. And the cost, you're not paying silly prices. We mentioned about the daughter Marbella. You go to Marbella, you pay 50 or 60 euros easily for a meal. There, it's 22 euros for a gorgeous meal.
While we were actually out here, we went to the Abbey Batcher, which is in Arboleas. It was my daughter's birthday and with 2 grandchildren.
Otherwise known as we're going up the Azza.
And we went there for my daughter. My daughter's 34 years old and the 2 grandchildren, and we had the menu del dia, and they absolutely loved it.
Wonderful. That's
it was so good.
All you can ask.
Yeah.
Have you guys thought of taking up any hobbies, or have you taken up any hobbies or sports since you've arrived in?
Well, we haven't had
our
time.
Neck of the woods.
We've got 2 electric bikes. We've done lots of walking. But we do a lot more walking. But I fancy doing line dancing because there's a lot of the ladies group have started doing the line dancing. So that's something and then there's a lovely, cracking gym in Arboleas as well. And you fancy doing
the boxing.
The boxing,
just to keep fit, not to beat somebody up, just to keep fit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I know OB's gym does fantastic boxing every week.
Yeah.
And bag work and sparring and all that kind of stuff.
And the yoga as well. You've got to mention the yoga in the town hall at certain days is free.
So we're not quite ready for jigsaws and bingo then. Is that what we're saying? That's right to piss me off, to be honest, because I love jigsaws. I don't. Can I borrow that little tub of cream?
Oh God,
not that we're getting into product placement or product endorsement, because none of these bloody supermarkets are giving me any revenue at all. But we've asked a lot of the ladies, what have they found some magic products and stuff like this, and each one of them introduced something each week. Well, this week's one is CN 100 Q10 Intense. This is a for all skin types. It's a night cream. And Karen has said she found it Lidl's, yeah?
I found it in Lidl, and it's next to the Nivea, which is €9.99. And the Lidl one, it's exactly the same, only it's 100% better. And that at the moment is retailed at €3.99, and it's the best cream I've ever used.
And Robert said he's seen a great improvement in the afternoon that Karen's been using it. But yeah, don't realise it's hardly been touched, to be honest. I'll try it. I need some help, so I might try that one later.
But no, you need a bigger tub,
Q10 Intense Night Cream, ladies, and apparently €3 a tub, a bargain, and absolutely fantastic. So
really good.
That's the end of this week's product placement. Lidl's, if you're listening. There we go. Look, thank you guys, it's been amazing. But finally, one question: would you consider yourselves thriving, or are you surviving a life in Spain?
Without 100% thriving, 100% thriving. We
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, we're new to it, and the exciting thing about it is we've got so much yet to see and embrace, because we haven't even scratched the surface. But what we have, without today, we've made the right decision, and we would honestly would never go back to the UK. We wouldn't go back to the UK. We've been back for a visit, but no, this is our home now. We feel.
Well, all I can say, cheers, guys.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts and insights with us and our wonderful viewers on YouTube, and hopefully it'll attract a few more of you out here now you've met these lovely people. Cheers to you. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
Thanks for watching, and see you on the next episode. And if you like what we've done, please subscribe, please give us a thumbs up, and please, if you want any questions, put something in the comments, and I'll happily ask our wonderful clients what their answers are. Cheers, guys. Have a nice evening.
Guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.